the big thing was that Liam had always said, if we can't think of a good name, we'll just be Oasis.
Yeah.
And you know, as an Oasis fan, that sort of made me go, oh, that's all right.
No Oasis.
Well, the Oasis are a band, they're a tribute
right.
band. They didn't have a single that hit the charts as well.
That's
this is where my Rain Man
it.
comes in. It was a cover of I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, which Oasis ripped off for Shaker Maker.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
So no Oasis did release a cover of I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing with slightly adapted lyrics to fit them to Oasis. And it charted at number 29, I think.
What? How the fuck do you know this shit?
I don't know. I just do.
You know stuff like that, but you can't remember to wear trousers.
Yeah. I don't know the details, not the big picture.
Oh, yeah. That's why you just wander about dribbling
Pretty
and
much, yeah.
spouting
Yeah, I remember
racist
these
camp.
things. And it was,
Do you remember those
I
things?
bought it as well. In fact, you know what? I bought it in the very building that we're sitting in.
Really?
Because it used to
Don't ruin it!
Oh, fuck it. It used to be a record shop.
It did.
And I bought it from this very shop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
£1.10.
£1.10.
Yeah.
Because it was 1883.
It was a very specific price, but that's what they used to charge for the records, £1.10. And I never really worked out why. But yeah, I bought it in this building.
Can't see why they failed now.
I know, I can't imagine why it closed down.
Free CDs.
So, yeah, I bought that in this very building. Oh, flashbacks.
I like that building thing. You know, when you, sort of something happens in a building,
Yeah.
and years later that building becomes significant.
Something that, but yeah.
So I kind of had that at the Minster, so I've got a videotape of me aged 7 or 8
All right.
in York Minster,
Yeah.
sort of telling, like, basically doing a guided tour for my
Okay.
dad, and sort of going, little shit on.
Yeah.
So, Dad, look at these bosses here were replaced on BBC Blue Peter, blah, 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 blah. And sort of like 20 years later, that was my job. Not anymore, though, because I'm too cool for religion.
Really?
But it's quite, so it's interesting when a sort of building or a place has
Yeah.
that significance.
It kicks back in later on.
Yeah.
It's like I suppose when this was a record shop, I spent my teens here
Yeah.
buying records.
Coming down here on a Saturday or
Yeah.
Wednesday.
And then I went off to university, and when I came back, it was still here, but just about.
Yeah.
And I went off to Glasgow, and when I came back, it moved.
Mm.
And then by the time I realised I was back properly, it closed down.
That's track records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A phenomenal part of my
Phenomenal. It was,
development.
it was, yeah, it had such an effect on the
Yeah, I got all my Oasis records here, and
This is where you bought all your Backstreet Boys and your EYCs.
I probably did actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely maybe from here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, definitely maybe got it from here.
Actually, I heard, speaking of sort of the and buildings and Oasis, nice
Yeah.
tied together.
Nice.
Apparently, the house that Noel Gallagher used to live in is now lived in, or was last year, by David Walliams.
Really?
Like,
That's super nice, yeah.
Yeah, Gallagher used to go to Walliams' house of parties and stuff, and like, apparently he sort of used to dig about in the garden because I think I buried some coke in here a few weeks ago. You know, lift up that slab. I don't know why it's not for Jimmy Savile. Now then, I've got a little letter here from a young man named Noel. He'd like to be a rock star.
He wants to call his house something really stupid.
He wants to fly that cracky buried in the garden. But a big change though, isn't it? From sort of, alright, kid, you know, over high said, no.
Yeah, the campus on the planet.
Yeah, he's apparently not gay. But, hello, that's not what he said when I had my arse. No, I've never had sex with Ian Williams. It'd be an honour. I don't really like Little Britain.
No, I don't either.
I used to like Matt Lucas whenever he did Vic and Bob, because Vic and Bob do no wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't like him.
I'm not a big fan. There's one or two bits that I'm
Steve
like,
doesn't like Italians. I don't like David Williams.
Yeah.
You're going to offend. I think if Italy were like a nuclear power, they could nuke us, but what's Williams going to do? Try and bum me? No.
Probably.
Yeah, it might actually. I've got quite a nice bum.
No comment.
Anyway. No comment on that. Take your finger out.
Yeah.
This is lost direction, this show.
I just found Gina's wedding on.
Don't. I remember I actually looked at it myself on the as a YouTube version. I think some South Knacker had edited it down like the whole show to about 3 minutes, and I appear in it for 30 seconds. But if you watch the full episode, there's some nice shots of me. Even at one point when I stare right at the camera, right at that effing camera, because we have to stand in this lovely house.
Professional.
Professional. It's my first extra job, and we're in Bedale near Ripon.
Yeah.
So it was a pain in the ass. I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning in York, get a train to Leeds, get a taxi to Pudsey, wait for an hour, get a minibus from Pudsey to Bedale to start work at 9 o'clock.
Jesus.
So the day was like 5.5 hours in before we started work, and then we were there till 9 o'clock at night.
Wow.
And so it was literally like stately home.
Yeah.
And they were sort of filtering past off to go on their honeymoon, and all the guests had to stay by the door. And because I was like a family member of hers, I was right behind the door, I was like, I just stood here and I thought, where's the camera? And I didn't realise they were filming. I thought, oh, there it is. Right, remember the camera's there. Try and get your face in. So it's got me sort of looking at the camera going, oh, it's there. I like the camera. Yeah, don't know.
I won't, that's fine. I will find it.
We'll try and get some screenshots.
I'm going to get some.
I looked at the 60s as well. And also, in the church, I got a PSP in my pocket, and at one point, you see it.
Nice.
I just thought, I remember it was hanging out in my jacket. It was it's in like a white case.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm doing lots of extra jobs. I'll buy myself a PSP. Like shit on the games. Yeah. Never used them. Right. It was like, sit here in church, be quiet while we...
In the 60s?
Yeah. They don't got PSPs in the 60s, you idiot. They will in the 2060s, but not in the 1960s. Yeah, so there's a PSP hanging out in my pocket.
Nice.
In a way, this is the story. We've got back to our roots.
That's true, yeah.
I'm sort of tilting back on my chair like I'm in school. Yeah. This never ends well in school.
No, it didn't, and I'm going to get sued because we're in a place where I can get sued.
Oh, don't! That's everywhere.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. It is nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some family shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop
That's
tinkering
even
around.
alone.
It is, yeah. I'm going to stop tinkering around
shots.
on Google. Other search engines are available for us.
I remember there was a group shot of them that people were like, oh, I recognise you, you're in Heartbeat, but it's not me in the actual photo they saw. It's just a other twat. It looks like a sort of bald head haircut. Steve.
Yes.
Ninja News!
Oh, Ninja News, that's a good one.
Ninja News for you here. Again, this was in the Metro.
Okay.
John, the headline?
Hit me.
Hit you, I will, with my ninja stick.
Yeah.
Ninjas defeat muggers. There's your headline.
Wow.
Here's the byline. 3 suspected muggers in Sydney fled in fear after their attempts to mug a medical student were thwarted by 5 passing ninjas.
Awesome.
That's great. I want to see ninjas pass, because we're in quite a public place.
Yeah.
I want to see them pass by the window now. Here we go. The 3 muggers attacked the 27-year-old German medical student, that's specific, on Tuesday night after he got off a train, New South Wales State Police said. But, as the attack was underway, a student coming out of a class at the nearby Ninja Shenshi Rai martial arts school saw what was happening and called on his teacher and 3 other students for help. The 5 martial artists, which when I ever hear martial artists, I just imagine someone with a big hat drawing. The 5 martial artists dressed in full ninja gear immediately ran to the students' aid, which is fantastic. And they said, they followed it by saying, I think they're probably still running, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
It's fantastic. Well, they've actually arrested, the police arrested a 16-year-old and a 20-year-old in Sydney shortly after.
Wow.
How cool would that be, getting mugged, this poor German guy?
Yeah.
No, oh, I can't do a German accent.
It really wasn't.
What are you doing? Do not mug me! Get off my things, my precious things!
Really not German, but okay.
Don't mug me! Hey! But he's part Australian.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Aren't they all?
But if he was a South African, it would be, alright, I'm not a South African. Alright, mate. Racism, there we go. Don't be racist, okay? I'm just over here learning medical things. Get away from me, yeah? Oh no, my wig on a monkey. And then, ninjas, ha!
But then the bit I don't get about that is 5 ninjas who were passing in full ninja gear.
Passing in full.
I thought the whole point of being a ninja was that you were stealthy.
Stealthy, yeah.